Hello Jaguars, I'm Maddie Howell alongside Miller Widemire, and this is JNN's The Central.
Now it's time for our top local story.
Tropical Storm Gordon made landfall late Tuesday night near the Mississippi-Alabama border. The tropical storm formed Monday morning off the coast of Florida and has been predicted to hit the Mississippi, Alabama, and Louisiana coast ever since. Some Mississippians, as well as residents of neighboring areas, have been under evacuation notices since Monday night.
And now for our top school headline. Madison Central's canned food drive will be held the week of September 10th through the 14th. The annual event will accept all canned foods and accept boxed macaroni and cheese. To participate, bring donations to the cafetorium Monday through Thursday before school at 7:45.
That sounds like a great cause, Miller. Don't forget that you can find Madison Central's daily announcements online every day at mcjags.com on the JNN page.
Madison Central swim team recently won the Clinton Invitational Swim Meet. JNN's Mark Troyer stopped by a swim practice to find out more about our AquaJags.
Last year, Madison Central AquaJags had a very successful season.
The girls' team won the 4th consecutive state championship title, while the boys stepped up their game and swam to a second-place finish for the first time since 2012. While they had a great season last year, the AquaJags are working hard to make sure this year is even better.
Now let's dive in to get a closer look at the upcoming season with our coaches. Alright, I'm Mark Troyer with the coach of the swim team, Miss Carmody, and we have a couple questions for her. Alright, first question is how have you been preparing the team for the next meet?
Well, Mark, we've actually approached it a little differently this year. We've asked the swimmers to fill out a goal sheet and what their 3 favorite events are and the times and then how they'd like to improve. And we want to get them more actively involved in what they think they can do. And we've got some plans for next week. Next week's our first meet, August 25th, and Lakeland, 10 o'clock. And they're going to be ready to go. We've started practicing on day 1 and increased yardage every day, and they're working really hard.
When we take a look at the results of last year, the 2018 season looks very promising. At the 2017 MHSAA State Championship, senior Mallory Dickens won the 200 individual medley and placed 3rd in the 100 backstroke. Junior Miller Phillips helped the boys to a 2nd place finish in the 400 freestyle relay. Junior Blake Peoples swam to a record-breaking finish in the 500-yard freestyle and helped gain valuable points for the boys' team. Sophomore Ella Gibbs also had an amazing 500 freestyle race, breaking both Class 2 and overall state records. To motivate the team and set the tone for the first meet, Captains Maddie Howell and Connor McMillan are here with us to discuss how they have been preparing.
I'm Mark. I'm with the swim team captains, Maddie and Connor, and I have questions for them. Alright, my first question is to you, Maddie. Do you think that the girls are capable of a 5th state championship?
Yeah, I definitely think we're capable of it. You know, I'm not going to say anything certain because you never know what's going to happen, but when we compared the team this year to the team last year, we only had 1 graduating senior. So we basically have the same team. And also, we've had kids who transferred in from other schools and other states. So we're basically coming back with a stronger team. So yeah, I think it's capable. We're capable of it.
All right, and my second question is to you, Connor. Cool. How do you think that the team has been adjusting to the new coach?
I think it's going great, actually. We love Coach Brian, and we wish him best in all of his new excursions and stuff at Millsaps. But I think that considering Jackson is coming off of swimming 4 years at the collegiate level, he's going to give us a push in a very different, but also the right direction, because he's kind of approached practice with a couple of different perspectives than we've ever seen before. So I think it's going really well.
All right, thank you.
Absolutely.
I'm Mark. This is JNN.
Thanks, Mark. Have you ever felt like there was nothing to do around Madison? Us too. That's why we sent JNN correspondent Dean Lester to find places in Madison that you might not know about.
Here in Madison, people often find themselves bored, searching for things to do with their friends. Today, we're going to visit a few places around Madison for you and your friends to go to.
Escape rooms are one of the newest and most interesting things you can do with a group of friends. In an escape room, you'll be locked in a series of rooms with nothing but your surroundings. You and your friends will have to solve a series of puzzles to make your way out of the room.
Okay, so we have 4 rooms here at 601 Escape Rooms. We have our Lost Cabin room, Prison Break, and Swan Song, and we also have a room for children. It's good for ages like 6 to 12. We specialize in birthday parties, usually on Saturdays. So me and my husband decided to open 601 escape rooms a year ago. Yesterday was our 1-year anniversary. We are super excited to bring something fun and exciting and different for families to do in the Jackson area.
The Renaissance is an amazing place to be. You have food, to entertainment, and everything in between. Some of the most renowned places are Barnes & Noble, Smoothie King, Starbucks, P.F. Chang's, and Orvis. At Barnes & Noble, you have a great selection of books and a cafe. At Smoothie King, they serve some of the finest smoothies you can find in the Madison area. Starbucks, well, we all know what Starbucks has. And P.F. Chang's is one of the finest Chinese restaurants in the area. Great for birthday parties or just a fancy dinner out. The Renaissance is located in Ridgeland, off of Highland Colony, and nearly guarantees a good time for all who visit. Welcome to Fondren. Fondren is renowned for its creative street art. Most of the stores are combined in villages or complexes to create a simpler shopping experience. Here's a few places that Fondren has to offer. Rooster's Chicken, Studio Chains, Fondren Froyo. The Fondren District can be found on Old Canton Road, right off Lakeland Drive.
As you can see, there's many places in the Madison area that are overlooked. Hopefully, we helped you find a place for you and your friends to go to. This has been Dean Lester for JNN.
Thanks, Dean. A rising number of high school students are employed or hold internship positions. JNN reporter Eric Narbo spoke with students from MC who are employed outside of school.
With the new school year starting up, many high school students are looking for jobs, and many employers are looking for new high school employees. So, we went around the Madison area to interview both employers and employees, and in order to find out what exactly these employers are looking for and some of the benefits of having jobs.
I have 2 study halls on A-Day, so I do my homework in the first study hall and then I decompress in the second study hall. When I have like a lot of AP classes and class after class after class, it's like you just gotta do it. Like 10 minutes before class gets out, I go into the bathroom and I get dressed because I'm a hostess, so I have to dress nice. So I throw on my dress, I throw on my nice clothes, I fix my makeup real quick, get picked up from school, and I go right to work. And I clock in and I get off at 9:30. And then I go home and I figure it out. Like if I have to do homework, I do it, and if I don't, I don't.
Benefits of having a job in high school are you get to make a little extra money just to, go buy things, go hang out with your friends. I enjoy having it because it's something to do in my free time. I play sports, but not that often. So it's a lot of fun, and it kind of helps with responsibility while I'm still in high school. So it helps my maturity level.
The things I've learned that they're looking for while working at Chick-fil-A, the things that I've seen, what they're looking at is a lot of just how you're able to deal with people. Just being able to communicate and just have a basic conversation if they're waiting a few seconds for their food or something like that. How's your day? Just a general good attitude. You don't have to have a bunch of hours of work experience or anything. They just really love you just being very personal. And just being able to communicate very well, because there's a lot of times when you're holding on food and you need to be able to communicate with the people in the kitchen as well. And a lot of times some people get really frustrated, and management sees that, and it does not look good, because there's a lot of times where the guest comes in and they could get something totally wrong, or someone could get the wrong order, and you'll get really frustrated. But you got to just be able to relax and just take a deep breath and just be able to just be real personal and just be able to communicate with them.
Some of the skills that some of the student employees have learned over time is how to be to work on time, how to work hard, how to work without direct supervision. If you're given a job, go ahead and focus on that job until it's done. Being responsible for the mistakes that you make and fessing up and letting your employer know that you made a mistake, because everybody's going to make mistakes. And so it's just being able to be honest with your employer and growing from them and learning from them.
For more information on how or where to find a job, check the bulletin board at the side of the main hall.
Thanks, Eric. With Madison Central's new parking procedures this year, many students are wondering why the rules have changed. Here's JNN's Ella Stone with more on the story.
Hi, I'm Ella Stone with JNN. Near the beginning of July, Madison Central High School decided to change the way students park. Usually, students can park anywhere they wanted, except seniors in the front and juniors and sophomores in the back. The PTO and staff decided to number each parking spot and assign a student to one. They as well announced that students can pay an extra $40 to choose their own spot. Now, this has raised many questions around the school. So, JNN decided to go around and get different opinions from staff members and students.
Today I'm here with... Hey, I'm Susan Drawn, and I'm president of the Madison Central PTO.
Now we all know the new parking changes, so why did you feel like parking should change?
Well, I think first off, what's in the back of every parent's mind right now is school safety. There's been a lot of issues around the country with issues about things happening in schools, and we want to make sure that Madison Central is as safe as it can be. Second, the way we were doing it just wasn't working. We've all heard the stories of a friend of yours or acquaintance of yours or somebody you know in a classroom who has not paid for parking. Just like I talked about earlier, why we charge for parking. If they don't pay for parking, then that means that maybe there's not a projector in a classroom. Lastly, it's going to really benefit you, and if you haven't experienced it yet, you will before the year's out. Traffic's heavy on Highland Colony, or traffic's heavy on 463. You're wheeling in late into the parking lot, the bell's fixing to ring. Instead of having to drive up and down the rows looking for somewhere to park, you know exactly where to park because your spot is reserved just for you.
Well, thank you for meeting me here today.
Oh, thank you for asking.
Hi, I'm Sophia Wilburn, and I'm a junior at Madison Central High School.
Now, how do you feel about the new parking changes?
This has been pretty controversial, at least they were at first. And I wasn't really on board with the whole idea because I love the fact that you can do like a first come, first served kind of basis. But now that the school year has started and I have a reserved parking spot, I've just realized I can sleep in, come to school on time, and still have my parking spot waiting for me. And I can appreciate that so much because I have to do a lot of walking.
Hello, I'm Reginald Black and I'm a junior here at Stanford.
Now, how do you feel about the new parking changes here?
Well, originally when the parking changes came, they were controversial because people didn't understand because it was not thoroughly explained. Well, once, we got an explanation of it and we came in the summer and reserved our spots, it was all okay. And personally, I love having my spot because I've had a doctor's appointment and got here at 10 and had my spot waiting for me and I only had to walk a little bit. Yeah.
Thanks for watching, and this has been Ella Stone with JNN.
Thanks, Ella. Well, that's all for this time, Jags. I'm Maddie Howell. And I'm Miller Widemire. And this has been JNN's The Central.